What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Diamond Dick Discussions Unfiltered. Y'all know how this goes. I'm Coach Jace. That's Coach Rob. Kids, get your parents' permission to listen to us. Coach Rob's 1-for-1 on shooting in the garbage can today.
That was a no look to start the episode. This is going to be a great day.
Had a little spillage. It's fine.
Oh yeah, down the face.
It's going to be a great day. We still have our notes from Tuesday that we didn't cover LSU, but it's fine. We didn't because we knew we were coming back up in here today. We were running a little late last time.
I think there was chalk on that towel.
There was. I definitely used that last time to update the transfer portal. Transfer portal is hot and heavy right now. LSU has 7 guys in it already. They have gotten 1 out of it. We're not here to talk transfer portal. We are here to talk LSU versus West Virginia at the Box Skip Bertman Field. Coming up in 2 days, Coach. 2 days from today, when you hear this, it'll be tomorrow.
Dude, I had one of these things bust, and when it busts open, it has this like these, I think they call it nicotine salt.
Yeah.
And it busts open, just gets everywhere. So it's like on every single other pouch. I found the one that was busted, and it was completely empty. So it's all in there. So every time I pull one out, I got to fucking.
Why don't you just take them all out and dump it?
I wanted to do that, but then every time I go to do it, I just open it up, grab one, and then put it in. Clean it off and put it in, and then close the can back. And then the next time I go to open it, I went, fuck. And then just do the exact same thing.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Coach, you want to drop that beat again real quick?
Oh, what the one that we started
last episode with?
Yeah.
Go ahead and drop that beat real quick. We ain't got to play the whole thing, but go ahead and drop that beat.
Let me warm my hands up before I do it. And
Yeah.
I wonder what it said.
That's all
right.
What
was that? What was it? Thick. I think it.
Nick, what'd they say? Coach Saban, can you tell me what they said?
I gotta listen. Wait, here goes. Thick? I think it was thick.
Thick?
I think Tiger thick. I'm not sure. But
Sick?
I think
the Tigers aren't sick.
We can say it here. It was dick.
Yeah, we say it here because we're unfiltered. So again, kids, get your parents' permission to listen to us.
Or not condoning this, but just say fuck it. Not condoning it. We've been saying get your parents' permission since we started.
Yeah.
What? Almost
142 ago.
Almost 2 years ago.
Yeah. Coming up this October.
Yeah. Cool.
Or September.
2 years, brother.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's been awesome.
It's always awesome to drink at my house.
In fact, on my way here, this was not planned, but I was thinking about using this. It was a comedian on SiriusXM. It's not a paid promotion, but I was listening to Comedy Channel, and the guy said, the one thing everybody says that just ruins every party is like, man, I'm having such a good time with my friends. So instead of saying that, I have the new worst line that you could say. And since you just said, it's been so much fun, man, this podcast has been McDonald's. When they're going to look at you and be like, what do you mean it's McDonald's?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
I'm loving it. Dude, I was cracking up. I was right here at the Walmart light when I heard that, and I said, all right, I'm going to keep that one in the back of my mind. In case a situation comes along, there's a situation.
The thing about the back of my mind is that it just runs down my back like water. So if I ever put anything in the back of my mind, I forget it. I forget a lot of shit.
That's all right,
I do forget a lot of shit, I will say. But look, we've already talked about it. Supers are set.
Yeah.
Okay, and so what we're going to do this episode, we're going to plan it out, or we've already planned it out pretty much. We're going over one series and one series in particular. And then we're going to predict the other 7. Not necessarily games. I feel like
who's going to win?
Right, just winners. Just winners, and we will keep track of these.
I got a notepad right here.
Pick a piece of paper, bud.
I got a notepad. I'm ready.
Yeah. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And then once we do that, I think we're done. Unless we just end up bullshitting like we normally do.
No, yeah. Well, I'm sure there'll be some bullshit somewhere.
100% there will be some bullshit somewhere in here. So look, the one series that we are that we are going to talk about today is Texas Tech and Texas.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about Texas A&M and Virginia.
Oh, they're playing?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, they're not.
They're playing beach in Cancun together.
I don't think they can afford Cancun. Well, with
Well-
NIL deal, with NIL deals, they might be able to afford Cancun at this point. But it might be more like a Pensacola type deal. You know, it might not be.
It's more expensive to go to Pensacola than it is Cancun. So I choose Cancun. Yes.
I would assume most of them have rich parents.
Huh?
I would assume most of them have rich parents.
Well, they don't need it. They all got money.
Not all of them.
Well,
I would assume there's one walk on. I did want to. That's something. Do walk ons exist anymore?
oh, yeah.
How rare are they? Because it used to be, hey, this walk on, you know, he's a stud. He ended up getting a scholarship. But now, if you see a walk on, he's a fucking. He rides the bench.
Typically.
And it's typically in any sport.
Yeah.
But you have so much transfer portal and NIL and shit like that.
There is.
I just don't see.
You're not going to hear the names of them anymore.
Yeah.
And after next year, assuming that right now it's kind of stalled, but they have some legalities going on in the NCAA where, especially for baseball, instead of 40-man rosters, they're going to be cut down to 34 and everybody will be a scholarship player. Whether it's full, 3/4, half quarter, however they want to structure it, but everybody will be a scholarship player. So,
Ogie.
However, that has been pushed back from a judge right now. So,
Yeah.
that is not a set in stone thing. You've probably heard announcers talk about it throughout the year. They haven't talked about it, at least that I've heard, since it's gotten put on hold. So, there's that. But, Coach, we are here to talk about one series and one series only.
Oh, yeah. That series.
It'd be that purple and gold.
Yes, purple and gold. And hopefully it'll have this other team singing their good old song, Country Roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia. Get ready. Get ready. I think West Virginia's been in the box before. And I want to say they won. I want to say they beat the shit out of LSU.
I can fact check that.
I would like to say
LSU versus West Virginia.
LSU versus West Virginia history.
Baseball history.
Yes. I would like to say yeah, that West Virginia has come to the box before. Have they?
I don't know. I keep getting pop-ups. Stupid ads.
Ooh, what you been watching on that computer, Coach?
That was an NCAA pop-up, so nothing.
Oh, okay. Thought it was hot single
no
Latinas in your area.
No, I'm a happily engaged man.
I'm married.
You are.
It's great. It's a great time. Dude, I just thought of this. So I've been in class, this class for 6 weeks now.
Okay.
And we got married the Friday before the class started.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been married for fucking 6 weeks. Tomorrow, actually.
You have?
It's crazy.
I don't know. I don't see nothing. I don't see a history.
Dude, I think that they've played. How many times have how many times we should have looked the shit up beforehand.
No, we didn't know where we were gonna go. That's the whole point.
That's true. Has LSU played WVU in baseball? AI total of 30 times.
We're gonna get there, boys.
Yeah, boys and girls, hopefully.
Yes.
Game summary. No. Apparently, okay, so West Virginia analyzing LSU's baseball super regional rival. I don't know. I mean, how
That's
true.
not a rival.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
we'll look at this
fuck
at a
it.
different
Yeah,
time.
we'll look at this later. But anyway,
Somebody find out for us, please. Okay, this is why we're two guys that don't even get paid to do this because we don't have a crew that can find all
this
this
is
on the
something
spot.
that we 100% would have said. I should have said, hey, let's look this shit. I tell you what, I did look at this earlier. I didn't look at it, but I thought about this earlier and was like, I should look this up, and fucking did not.
Okay.
Did not have the opportunity. Look, this is an LSU team that at home is 33-6.
Yeah.
Okay. 33-6 at home. Away we're 8-8. Obviously, we do way better at home than we do on the road. Overall record 46-15. Neutral site games 5-1. Right. The one being SEC tournament.
Yeah.
And thank God it was single elimination because I think we might have lost one more.
Yeah, probably.
Right, probably. SEC play, we were 19-11, and look, I'm not being biased. I'm just being honest at this point. SEC is the best conference in the country. We did not show it in regional play. Well, frankly, I don't know who really did. I would say ACC probably did, but we've argued all year.
But
it's ACC versus SEC.
But ACC had 3 teams eliminated by SEC teams who eventually got eliminated from their regionals. So, yeah, we got a record 13 in, a record 8 host, and we're only sending 4 to the Supers. Whoop-de-fucking do.
4 out of 16. And then ACC is sending
5,
Louisville, Miami,
Florida
State, North Carolina.
I think they're sending.
I think that's it.
Bro, what you whining about?
I don't fucking know.
We're right here.
Mom and not paying attention to me. I don't know. I think those are only 4 though. Louisville, Miami,
ACC,
North Carolina,
Super.
Wait, what am I doing? I have this in my notes right here. Louisville, Miami, Florida State, North Carolina, and is Coastal an ACC?
I think Coastal. No,
Coastal's an ACC, I believe.
Coastal is an ACC. That'd be right.
Okay, so that's 5.
There's your 5.
Duke.
No, it's Duke.
Duke.
It's Duke.
So Coastal's not an ACC.
Coastal's in the AAC, the Atlantic.
You sure?
I'm pretty
Yes.
sure. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so Duke.
Duke, Louisville, North Carolina, Florida State, Miami.
Yes,
That's
and
the
we
5.
have Arkansas, Tennessee, LSU, and Auburn, and that's it. And Auburn.
Correct.
So your non-conference. So that's what? That's 9 total. So your non-conference or non-ACC, SEC guys are going to be Oregon State, UCLA, Arizona,
Murray State,
UTSA.
Yep.
And Coastal. So it's 6, 9 plus 6. There's one more. Who?
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Yeah.
Dude. It's been a day, bud. It's been a hell of a day. It's been a
I'm
hell of
sitting
a
there
day.
just looking at him like, all right, when's he going to say West Virginia? Oh. But yeah, dude, look, I tell you, here's the.
Fuck West Virginia. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want that bad juju.
Yeah, I know, right?
So look, we both have paper notes because Coach Jace was so kind to print them out. We're kind of going to trade off on who reads what, and we're going to talk a little bit about it. So look, LSU, we've already said. I mean, look, we only have. I mean, believe it or not, as far as batting average goes, I'm talking everyday guys.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at 4 guys hitting under 300, and that's Josh Pearson, Steve Milam, Hernandez, and Braswell.
And here's the best part. 2 of those 4 are heating.
Right.
Milam and
Pearson doesn't exactly play every day.
He don't play every day. I'm trying to figure out where he's been, but
he doesn't, and it's crazy. It's crazy. But we got Stanfield hitting 310. He hit what, 276 last year with Auburn? Jake Brown, 313. Danny Dix, 322. Jared Jones, 323. As bad as he's been lately.
He's still hitting over 300.
He's still hitting over 300. That just shows how good he was early in the season.
Yeah.
right? Curiel 341, which he's a fucking dog, and leading LSU in batting average out of everybody, even non-qualified guys. Ethan Fry sitting at 359. The last lineup that Jay put out with Ethan Fry batting 2-hole, where he explained why.
Mm-hmm. I don't see it changing.
I don't see it changing.
I see that exact lineup coming back.
Correct.
Yeah, I see the exact lineup coming back.
Ethan Fry batting 2-hole.
Yeah.
And then you put. I understand.
Jay Johnson is all about getting your best players the most at bats. That is his MO. Righty lefty matchup, best players get the most at bats. That's why he moved Jones up last year. He moved Tommy White up to leadoff spot at one point. He believes in getting your best at bats. So Jared Jones been struggling, right? Been in a slump. We've talked about it multiple times already. Who's been your hottest hitter? Ethan Fry. Who else has been your hottest hitter? Or let's say your most consistent hitter?
Yeah.
Derek Curiel. You can't take them two, or you can't take Curiel out of the leadoff spot because he puts together such a good at bat. I mean, I don't think he struck out on 3 pitches all year. Like, he's going to see 5, 6, 7, 8,
he's done it
9 pitches.
I think he might have done it one time, and the pitch was questionable. The one he struck on. I think he did it once.
So once out of how many at bats?
A
lot.
Curiel 232.
Yeah.
Jared Jones has the most at bats on the team, by the way. 248. Now, plate appearances.
Yeah, let's go plate appearances.
Plate appearances, I do not have that.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Point remains that your hottest hitters, and it's who's hot at the right time. Milam, hot at the right time, got moved from the 7 spot to the 3 spot or 4 spot.
Yeah.
This past weekend. I mean, Danny's still staying where he's at. Jones struggling a little bit. You put him down, you put Jake Brown in front of him and make some shit happen. You got Luis backing him. I mean,
you know what's insane to me? Jared Jones has the 3rd best average on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Started in 61 out of 61 games, or 61 games started out of 61 games played, right? Has the most at bats on the team at 248, and has 3rd most walks.
Really?
36. Curiel obviously is first at 47. 47 walks and 7 hit by pitches. Coach, who leads the team in hit by pitches?
Buddy.
Diesel. It's okay, bub.
What's the matter?
I don't fucking know. He's retarded.
What's the matter? Who leads the team in hit by pitches? Okay.
Yeah. You should know it. If you just thought about it, it's one of those the tests you don't have to study for.
Yeah.
If you just think about it,
I'm going to say Danny.
Yeah. You want to know how many?
I
don't. She's excited.
She just saw something that she liked.
I guess. You want to know how many?
13.
21.
Wow, really?
21 with 38 walks. He's second on the team in walks.
9
plus 10? 21. So he's 21 hit by pitches, 38 walks, and tied for.
Dude, Danny cracks me up because for such a good eye, he swings at some horrible pitches.
Dude, tied for 3rd on the team in at bats.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you're hitting 3-hole all year, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, with what is that? 59 plate appearances, or 59 plate appearances that don't count as at bats, and still tied for 3rd in at bats.
Yeah,
that's fucking insane. Dude's a monster.
Yeah, he's good.
He's very good transfer from Utah Valley. Look, pitching wise, they're going to see. This is what
Cade 1 and 2.
If this goes 3 games, I'm scared.
Not me. We got Kaysen. Kaysen will start game 3.
Kaysen will start game 3 100%. But if Cade goes game 1 and we win, say we go Cade, Cohen, ball game. All right, and Ant goes, and he allows 1 run, and we just can't fucking hit. And all of a sudden, Cooper Williams comes in and goes walk, hit, whatever, throw another guy out there. And all of a sudden it's 3-0 going into the 9th, and we just can't fucking hit. And Ant pitched a hell of a game. He has fucking 12 strikeouts at this point. And we can't get the dub.
And then we go to Saturday. Based off of that scenario, you go to Saturday or Monday with Kaysen, Shores, Rizzi. I feel very confident.
I didn't feel that confident in Chase Shores last time he came out. That if this goes 3, I'm gonna be clenching cheeks. What? And you wouldn't?
Nah, no fear.
Buddy.
No fear.
Now what if it's like a 10-0
I saw 5-1, second inning. No fear.
against Little Rock though? Which
Yeah, you're
shout
at
out to
home.
Little Rock for holding your own and making it to the fucking championship game.
Hey,
The game 7.
you're at home, and 5-1 in the bottom of the second. That crowd was still louder than they've ever been. Like, you got the team behind you. I am not worried in a game 3.
Yeah.
Am I pissed that you even go to game 3? Yes, because you shouldn't. And I mean, in all reality, you shouldn't. You're better. Go
Yeah.
out and just be fucking better. That's all.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Look, Case and Evans is going to be now. Okay, game 2, you're up 1-0 going to the 9th.
Cason's on the mound.
Cason's on the mound. That's what I figured.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
take Ant out, Cason's on the mound.
Yeah.
If Anthony, I almost said Edwards. If Anthony Ianson comes out of the game with the lead, Case and Evans on the mound. Because you win the series in 2. You don't take a chance on going to 3. You go to your guy.
Yeah.
Well, Jay's been doing that all year.
You know what's? I'm just looking at these stats. Damn near for the first time. Fielding percentage wise, okay, as a team, 982.
That wins a lot of ball games.
That does win a lot of ball games. Opponent's fielding percentage, 962.
I was about to say 967.
I don't understand how. I mean, do we just hit the ball hard and it's just tougher, tough
balls?
Yeah, but a lot of teams mash balls, but I don't know. I guess our outfield, with an exception sometimes of Stanfield.
He just gets bad reads, but Curiel gets bad reads too, a lot.
Yeah, but Stanfield is fast enough to make up for that.
Exactly. Stanfield's speed makes up for his bad reads.
I have a feeling he makes 2 Sports Center top 10 plays this weekend.
I love that.
I have a feeling. I think that he is. I think he's due for a good defensive game. Offensively, he. Oh yeah. Yeah. This dude is fucking insane.
Buddy, are you sad? Like, what?
I don't know what he is.
What's your problem?
I don't think he knows what he is. You know what I mean?
That's enough for me.
I think his mama might be in bed right now, and he's upset about it. And then her on the other hand,
yeah, hers just has a scratchy ear.
Go lay down, baby.
All right, so let's talk. Do you want to keep talking LSU?
Well, I mean, I want to know. I want to kind of know, like, how you feel about this team going into this weekend. Is this team ready for higher competition? Because your regionals are normally set up for you to win them. Usually.
Right.
Usually, your regionals are set up for the 1 seed to win. Plain and simple. You play the 4 seed first, you should get the win. And then you play the 2 seed, more than likely. In a perfect world, you play the 4 seed, you play the 2 seed, and then you play the 2 seed again, and then you go 3-0, go.
And you're done.
You're done.
Yeah.
In a perfect world.
Right.
But
we don't live in a perfect world.
No, we don't live in a perfect world, and this is baseball.
Yeah. Here's the thing about it. I feel good, and the reason why I say I feel good is not because of LSU bias or anything like that. I feel good because you're about to play a game at 1 o'clock. Louisiana heat's different. We know this.
Yeah, and West Virginia's not exactly used to that heat.
All right.
They can't really practice in the winter because
I mean, how
snow.
How are you going to deal with being super sweaty? You know, yes, there's rosin that you can use to dry it up a little bit, but rosin only works for a couple seconds. And if you're not doing it all the time and
you get a new ball,
you know, there's a lot of things that go into this of why I feel confident, but I feel the most confident because we are at the box.
That's what I'm saying too. I believe
if you asked me that question and we were in West Virginia, I'd say I'm very nervous because LSU is not a good road team.
The thing about LSU though, I agree, they're not a good road team. They're 8-8 on the road. The thing about LSU though is that we travel, especially for games like this.
Yeah.
So if we were, which we're not, but if we were at West Virginia, it'd be LSU East. It'd be half and half.
It'd probably be 60-40 West Virginia just because they'd be hosting a super regional.
Yeah, but
But it might be 60-40 in the stands, but the noise level would be 80-20 LSU.
Our 40 is a lot louder than their 60.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, this is just.
But with that being said,
let's
we
get
still 8-8 on the year traveling.
We are 8-8 on the year, and let's get to this because there's a really good point on 1B right here.
Okay.
Because you did these notes fucking like you're in college. Look, West
Those
Virginia.
Some fucking badass notes, huh?
It is. It's very badass. West Virginia, 44-14, right? We were 46-15. Okay. So played
3 more games.
Right. On the road, Coach, what are they?
24-5 West Virginia on the road.
Why the fuck do they play so many goddamn road games?
So they started their first 13 games. I got that right there. 12 of their first 13 games of the year were on the road.
Because
I don't know why.
Probably they can't play.
Yeah, this might be snowing.
They can't play in February in West Virginia.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking 30 degrees.
Yeah.
You can't, simply. So that's a lot of those teams play a lot of their games. They play a lot of their games on the road.
Look, they started on the road and they go 1-2. I didn't put their road record. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Their road record is 24-5.
No, I'm talking about in the first 13.
Oh, okay.
9, 10, 11. So they went 12-1 in their first 13 games on the road.
Yeah. That would make sense if they won 12 of their first 13 games. That means they lost one.
Yeah,
in
but
13
that's not
games.
in the notes. They don't say won 12 of.
It says 12 were their.
12 of their first 13 games were on the road.
Which one they lose? The one at home?
No, in the middle. No, I guess they lost one at home.
See?
Yeah.
Okay, so we should be. I wish we were at West Virginia then.
1, 2, 3,
Here we go.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, they went 13-0 in their first 13 games. One of the midweeks were at home. Yeah, against Morgantown. No, that's their home field. Against Ohio. So of the 13 games.
That's when Ohio was fucking legit.
When their first 12 on the road, they went 12-0.
Okay.
And then they come home for their first weekend and go 2-1 at home against Kennesaw State.
That's sick. Okay. So, all right. So look, the good news is before the regional, right?
Mm-hmm.
They go 1-6 in their last 7 games.
Yeah.
It's the good news. The bad news is
they're coming off a heater.
They're on a heater right now.
they're like freaking Little Rock, dude.
They beat Kentucky twice and Clemson once. Clemson was the 11th, the 11 seed.
Yeah, beat them in game 2
at home.
Mm-hmm.
It's, I mean, to beat an ACC team that's ranked, that's hosting,
mm-hmm.
that's impressive in its own. And then you beat one of the weaker teams in Kentucky in the SEC.
Well, they beat Kentucky first.
But twice.
Yeah.
Right? You beat Kentucky twice.
Yeah. You were the 2 seed.
Which, thank you. Honestly. Right. Thank you for beating Kentucky because
in tight games, man. You're talking 4-3 in that first one, and then that second one that we watched in the winner take all.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness, dude! It felt like Kentucky was just throwing pitcher after pitcher after pitcher. West Virginia was just hitting. I mean, the score ended up being 13-12.
I'm just not a fan of that.
Nick Mingione?
Yeah, not a fan of him. Not a fan. I don't think I'd. I mean, look. Obviously, he's not recruiting me, and I never got recruited at all.
Time out. I got to interrupt you here. Speaking of being a fan of a coach, we talked Kevin O'Sullivan last episode. Did you see what SEC coaches are doing right now? Not just SEC. Florida State's coach and Tony V are going viral for shirts that say "I stand with Sully." And the reason being is because they're saying the set game time is a set game time. Stop pushing it back. Stop moving it. Game time is game time.
I didn't understand why they pushed it back.
No, they should. I mean, it's just like LSU though. We easily could have played at 2:00.
Yeah, but I'm glad they didn't because I got a chance to go drink beer with my buddy. And you.
And me. I was there.
My buddy and you. Yeah. Yeah, no.
It's fine.
Well, you were going there.
It's just me, guys. It's fine.
Well, no, you didn't call me to go there.
I know you called me while I was still at work and said Andrew was there because I told you I was going at this
Andrew
point.
and John Michael was the one that called me though.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, come drink beer."
Because I told you I was going at
I was
this
like, "No,
point.
dude, I can't. I'm not going to the game." And he was like, "No, like, well, this is how the conversation went." He calls me. He goes, "Hey, you coming to the game?" No. Good Lord. He said, "You coming to the game?" I said, "No, man, I'm going home. I just got off of work." He said, "No, you're coming to the game." I was like, "No, I'm not coming to the game." He was like, "No, it got delayed. You got time to just come to the game." I was like, "Buddy, I have a work shirt on right now. My shirt says my company's name. I'm not going there because I like to drink and do dangerous things. Like, I'm not doing that at all."
Can confirm.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Well, at least come drink a beer with us. Game's delayed. We're sitting in a parking lot. I was like, "Where y'all parked at?" "Well, where you normally park whenever you go to games." I was like, "Really?" He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "There's a spot right next to me, and we will sit here, and you don't have to worry about it. Like, you park right here."
Okay.
All right, I'm on my way. So I text Victoria, "Hey, John Michael called. I'm going. I'm going to have a beer with him." "Okay. Don't drink."
I'm going to have a beer with him. Don't drink.
Fuck. All right. So I had one. I had one or two. I had two. Might have had a third. But anyway, no. So and sat there, shot the shit. You showed up, and then all of a sudden, Andrew
delayed again.
Delayed again. Andrew calls me. "Hey, what are you doing?" "I was playing the show, waiting on the game." "All right. Well, Doug got too drunk. We're headed home." They didn't go. Andrew and his dad ended up not going.
Gosh.
Doug got plastered. He had to walk him inside. That was awesome.
Buddy,
First of all,
I thought this game was supposed to start at 7. What is going on right now?
the sky looks a little dark.
Looks a little blue to me. Looks a little white and blue back there.
I don't know. I really don't. That's a hell of a mustache, though.
That is a great mustache.
That's a great mustache.
So yeah, West Virginia back to
Hell of a nose, though. Jesus Christ.
back to West Virginia here.
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about.
here's the thing about this weekend for West Virginia. They scored runs, but they also gave up runs. You outscore your opponents 26-19 on the weekend. That's only a 7-run differential.
LSU allowed 14. LSU allowed 16 on the weekend.
Yeah, but what did we score? We scored a lot more.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We scored 10 for sure one game. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
It's okay.
Bubba, go lay down.
It's okay.
Anyway. Dogs are great. Dogs are amazing. Do I wish I can kick him in the ass 100%? Do I wish he understood every word I said 110%? Does he?
No.
No, he does not. Is he my best friend? Debatable. Highly debatable. But he can be an asshole, and we still love him.
He can be your best friend. But if your best friend's not an asshole to you, is he really your best friend?
It's a great statement. That's
I know.
Probably the best statement.
Because we were texting about LSU baseball the other day, and you were texting me about Bryce Harper, and you said, "I hate you. Don't talk to me. ... I love you." And then 5 seconds later, I texted, was like, "Dude, this game."
Yeah, for sure. No. Miss Tammy, if you're listening for some fucking reason, call answered. Look at my phone. See if I'm actually talking to anybody. Okay. I'm just making sure. Oh, hey, Miss Tammy, if you're listening, I don't know. It just told me call answered on phone. But anyway, no, mother-in-law was calling to talk to me about today.
Yeah,
She was just calling to talk about today.
Yeah.
I had a day. I'm not going to go in detail, but I had a day.
Yeah, you did have a day.
Anyways,
can't also confirm.
Right.
This is true.
So, anyways, finally back to fucking West Virginia.
All right, let's see if we can stick with him here. We said it was
I
going to be
don't
quick. We're
think-
already 35 minutes.
I don't think it's going to be quick. It's never quick.
All right. So you only outscore your opponents by 7, which I must have that wrong.
26-19 in the regional.
I do have this wrong because it's
See,
3.
Okay, so there's no.
You outscore your opponents by 5. I can't do math. Yeah, that's supposed to be 26-21.
Okay.
I'm looking at it right now. So you only outscored your opponents by 5. You gave up 21.
I trusted these notes.
That's the only thing that's wrong. I guarantee it.
Wait till we get to like 3.
No, guarantee it. That's it.
All right. They only hit 1 home run in the regional.
We got 55 on the whole year.
What I want to know, Amuj, we don't have to look this up. Please don't feel obligated.
Their dimensions.
Yeah. Their field dimensions versus Clemson's field dimensions. And you already know LSU's field dimensions, right?
Mhm.
It's
Yep.
what, 330 down the lines,
335 down the lines, 375 in the
in the power alleys,
powers, and
400 dead center.
dimensions.
Yeah, I mean, so they hit 55 on the year. They're not a power hitting team. LSU has 97 home runs in the year, which is pretty incredible. I mean, besides Georgia hitting fucking.
We really weren't a good home run hitting team. We didn't rely on the homer.
I mean, 97 is we didn't rely on it, but when it mattered and we needed it,
We
it
hit 'em.
happened.
Yeah, West
It happened.
Virginia's 325, 375, 400.
Okay, so
And
it's
then let's see what Clemson.
so they're just not a very
Clemson's actually smaller. 320 left field, 330 right field. Oh, this was the one where we talked about the power alleys already here.
okay. So all right, so just from looking at that,
Clemson's smaller.
right, from knowing the dimensions, that tells me they face better pitching.
Well, it tells me that this team don't rely on the homer though.
No,
They just
don't.
hit. I
They
mean,
don't.
and they do. Look, you got what? Where do I have this at? 7 guys, 6 guys.
They had 34 hits in 3 games,
Yeah,
but they also gave up 26.
correct.
And the difference between all the people that they face and us is those 26 hits, 6 of them might be home runs.
Probably more than that.
Probably,
ball was
okay,
flying in
10.
Clemson.
10.
Yeah, ball was flying in Clemson too.
Right, so 10 of them might be home run. They might matter more, and we leave the fucking bases loaded more than anybody in the country. I'm convinced.
100%.
I'm
no
convinced.
doubt. Our
So
LOP
if
number.
one of those hits, goes over the fence with fucking bases loaded, guess what, bud? You're screwed.
Yeah.
You're screwed. We have guys. We have dudes. You have to pitch careful to us. You do. Now, we have to pitch careful to you. 34 hits in 3 games is fucking impressive.
Right.
It's very, very impressive, especially because the run differential of only 5.
Yeah.
That means that they leave a lot of guys on base too.
Well, either that or other teams aren't scoring either because they also gave up 26 hits. So you only out-hit your opponents in 3 games by 8. That's what, 2.5 a game?
Yeah, but scoring.
I mean, that's a lot.
Scoring 26 runs in 3 games. I mean, you're looking at, what is that?
8 runs, 8.5
runs a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, and then allowing 21
You're
in 3
allowing
games,
7.
you're allowing 7 runs a game. Right. So these games are going to be. I don't think they're going to be that close. I think if whatever team wins, which I'm not saying LSU wins both of them or we split. I just think that the games that we win by 4 or 5, and the games that we lose by 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I don't think there might be one close game, right? And if it is, hopefully it's that Sunday game, and we're already 1-0, and we're winning 2-0, and we go casing.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, doors, we win. We go to Omaha.
Yeah.
Book the trip.
He's just sitting right there outside the door looking in now. But yeah, book the trip to Omaha. I don't see it, bro. I don't see how this team. And look, I got notes right here. We could talk about stuff all the time, but LSU all year long has done what offensively that has got guys over, got guys in?
Played small ball?
You play small ball. Okay, this is a team that made 9 errors in 3 games. They have 65 on the year. To put in that perspective, LSU has 38. Okay, this team is fielding the 962 that you had said, or 967 or something like that.
Well, the
is what it comes out
LSU's
to.
opponents on fielding percentage is 962.
That's what these guys are fielding on the year.
So
we cannot have the bases loaded pop out. We cannot have the second and third pop out.
So that's what I was going to say. Yes, these guys had 9 errors in 3 games, and they also have 65 errors on a year, which is a lot lower than LSU's 38.
A lot higher. The percentage is a lot lower.
Yes.
The number is a lot.
The number's higher, percentage lower, whatever the fuck. So what do you have to do? You have to do something that LSU has struggled to do in most games that they lose, is hit the ball on the ground.
Yes.
You hit the ball on the ground, make them make a play, you win.
That is what I'm saying, dude. Right there. D, letter I. Is bunting more in play for LSU? It has to be.
I don't think bunting is, but I do think that trying, like, say, hit and runs to the right side, like trying to go oppo through the 3-4 hole, like hit.
But you're still not making them make a play right there. Second baseman's crashing 4 holes wide open. They're not making a play on that. That's just a hit.
No, that's what I'm saying. You have to try some things, not new, but try things that just to get a ball on the ground.
Yes, that I agree with.
Right. So if you ever run on first and you do a hit and run here, hey, I know I have to hit the ball on the ground to the right side.
Right.
Right. And it should happen. It should. Now, how many balls is I would love to do an over under on how many balls Daniel Dickinson hits in the air this weekend.
Let's do it.
I think I'm putting it at 6.5.
Balls.
I'm going and I'm putting it at 6.5, and I'm slamming the fucking over.
Then why would you put it at 6.5 if you're gonna slam the over?
Would you?
Make it 8.5.
Would you slam the over?
I'd probably take the over. I wouldn't slam the over. If you put it at 8.5, I'm probably going under.
Let's say, all right, so let's say we only play 2 games.
Actually,
he gets 8 at bats.
I was about to say, with this number, I'd probably go under.
That's what I'm saying. I'm slamming the over.
All right.
Now,
so 6.5?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We only play 2 games.
Rob, over. I'm going under.
Okay. Home run counts as ball in the air as well.
Okay.
Right. So that's 1.
Yes, a ball in the air.
Right. So not a ground ball.
Yeah.
And you know the difference.
Line drives.
Line drives is in the air.
Are we going line drives that hit in the outfield or line drives that hit dirt and it's a short hop? There's a difference. Are we
going
talking
about like shortstop fields it?
Shortstop's playing deep. It's a line drive short hopper at him, right?
That hit the ground.
Yeah,
hits the ground before the edge of dirt.
All right, so in dirt.
In dirt.
Ball in dirt.
Ball in dirt.
Is ground ball.
Yep.
Got it. I'm going under.
Is it not? How would you define a ground ball? Would you say before the dirt?
I don't know, because if I'm piece one through the 5-6 hole with topspin and it hits on the edge, I'm marking that down as a line drive.
That one.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm marking that as a line drive base hit. It's not not a ground ball through the 5-6.
Let's say if shortstop charges it, dives for it. It's called L6 or L5. Yeah, L6.
Yeah, ground ball.
No. So shortstop charges it.
Oh wait,
in the air.
L6. L6. Yeah, out. It's a line drive out.
Right. Never hit the ground.
A ground ball would be 6-3. So yes, line drive is an out. Is a fly ball. Is a ball in the air. Yes.
Okay, so would you say hits
a
ball?
Ground ball has to have two letters behind, or 2 numbers or a U behind it. 5 unassisted.
We're not saying he gets out. Say if he hits a ground ball through 5-6 hole that hits dirt, that's ball on the ground. That goes through 5-6 hole into the outfield, and it hits dirt.
Okay, so we're making the rule dirt.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay,
that's what. But I asked you what you defined a ground ball as.
It's hard to. What I defined a ground ball out as is 2 numbers or a U behind the first number.
So an infielder fields it.
Yes. Throws it across or touches the bag himself to get an out.
Now, what if it's a 9-3 put out?
That's
We rarely see it, but what if it is ground ball?
no. It's probably a line drive. If a ground ball, if you get thrown out,
So dirt.
if you get thrown out on a
Ground ball through 3-4
hopper
hole
or a 3-hopper through 3-4 hole, Jim told me. I'm calling you Jim told me forever.
What's the dude? What's old boy's name?
No, Sean Casey. I mean,
is it Sean Casey?
That hit the ball to third baseline and they tipped off his glove. He thought he caught it and got thrown out from
left
field. Yeah, Sean Casey. Not Jim told me. I'm calling you Sean Casey forever.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, no, it's no.
Jose Batista's playing right.
Doesn't matter,
dude. He was probably one of the best ones.
Because think about it like this: I can easily hit a 2-hopper. I can piece a ball on the ground, right?
Right.
110 off the bat. It's a 2-hopper through the 5-6 hole. I hit a ground ball for a base hit through the 5-6 hole, even though it was crushed. But if I hit a line drive that hits the last inch of the dirt where the dirt meets the grass, it hits the last inch. I hit a line drive through the 5-6 hole.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? So in our case, we'll do it as defined as dirt. How do you define a ground ball? I don't know, because I consider that last part as hitting that last inch of dirt as a line drive base hit. Even though it hit dirt, it's still a line drive base hit. If I mash a ball down a third baseline and it hits the chalk behind the base, but the ball never touched the ground in front of the base, it's a line drive base hit down third baseline.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just.
Would you agree with before the baseline?
I'll do before the baseline.
Before the baseline.
Yep. I'll take before the baseline.
So before the baseline is a ground ball.
All right. Before baseline.
See, that's bullshit though. Okay. So before baseline, base hit is a ground ball. But if it's a 6-3 and it hits behind the baseline, that's a ground ball.
6-3 double play or 6-3 out or 6-3 out. Yeah.
What's it?
I don't know. 6 plus 4 plus 3 equals 2. But
right. Correct. 6 plus 3 equals 1.
Yeah, it does. You're right.
Right. So
unless he catches it and then throws the guy out at first, then it equals 2. But then it's a line drive. There is a situation where it could equal 2.
Correct. But it wouldn't be 6-3.
Right. Baseline grounder.
So baseline grounder for base hits.
Or a put out. Yes.
Right. Or put out.
If you're playing deep and you just get a good read and you go laying out for one and get up, make throw, make an out.
Fielder's choice counts as well. Like say like a one hopper
ground ball, yes.
One hopper back of the dirt and it goes 6.
How about we text about it as it happens? Let's do that. We'll make game time. We'll make play time decisions.
Understood.
All right. But for now, what we're going to say before the baseline.
Understood.
Or
you know what's going to be fun? So for the first game, we'll be at your house.
Yes.
So if
we might have a majority vote.
I wonder if everybody wants to be in on it.
We can ask them before it starts.
$1.50.
$1.50.
Buddy, I can barely afford the fucking tux we're about to buy. You got to remember, I took a $5 pay cut to take this job, and instead of getting paid every week, I get paid every 2 weeks.
I know.
So
it's gonna be fun.
It's
gonna be fun. All right, we're gonna just
and we don't get paid from this bullshit.
We're just gonna move on from E here, and then
I don't know. I kind of like E.
All right, talk about E because I mean we are almost 50 in already.
Buddy, what's your rush?
Nothing, but we said it was gonna be
on
the phone.
We lied. So look, all right. So E2E right here. You guys don't see the notes, but we do. They had 17 walks to 33 strikeouts from their pitching this weekend.
Yeah.
Which
that's a lot of walks, bro.
It's a lot of strikeouts. So in 3 games, it's 11 a game.
But we had a lot of walks too. I mean, we had 12 in one game.
Yeah. Which that cannot happen.
No.
That cannot happen. We need to limit if you're going to have a high walk game, the highest number you need to have for walks is 5.
Oof, I would have said 3.
No,
if you're combining hit by pitches, I'll go 5.
I'll allow 5.
I would say 3
because I think 5 is doable. 12 sucks. You allowed 10 runs and 12 walks. I'm going to assume you should have won. You should have went shutout. You should have won that game. I think I want to say 8 out of those 10 runs.
8 out of so it was 11 walks and 8 had scored at the time, yes.
Yeah.
And then we got to 12, and I don't think another one scored.
No.
But yes, we had, and we talked about it last episode, 11 fucking walks. We talked about how walks are runs.
Yeah, you can't have that.
You can't have that.
Because we had, 4 runs?
In that game?
Yeah.
That was our 10-4 game.
Right. So it would have been 4-4.
Yeah.
Without the
4-2.
Without the 8 runs scored from walks.
4-2.
No.
10 minus 8 is 2. Yes.
They had
10 minus 8 is 2. Yes.
That's fair. That's fair. No. But only 8 runs scored from walks.
That's what I'm
saying. Never mind.
Thank you. You're
sorry.
good now.
I'm fucking stupid.
It's been a day. Math ain't mathing for you. It's all right. I got us on math today. All right. So let's kind of let's stay with their pitcher side. So we'll skip number 3 here. We'll come back to it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's stay with the pitcher side. Chances
what
are
we do.
Chances are we're gonna get.
We can talk about Wake Forest.
We're gonna get number B here. We're gonna get Jack
number
Cartsonis. Yeah, number B, bro. That's what we're doing. Come on now, stick with me.
B's not a number, bud, but okay, here we go.
We're gonna get number B, Jack Cartsonis. All right, and the reason that I say that is because who I think their number 1 is. He started game 1 of the regional. Griffin Kern. He closed out the Monday game. So I don't think they come back that 2 days shorter rest than normal. I think you go Jack Carstonis here.
I don't know. It's not Jay. It's not Jay. They could.
It's not. But Jack ain't nothing to sniff at, okay? He threw game 2 versus Clemson.
Don't sniff at him. He's
mad. He threw game 2 versus Clemson. He went 5 1/3, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 7 punchies. All right. So this dude, he's fucking good. All right. This is a guy that on the year has a 2.94 ERA. He's 6-3 and 64 1/3 innings pitched, 76 strikeouts, 16 walks, 21 earned runs, and 64 1/3 innings. Pretty damn good for his season. So I personally think this is who we're going to see game 1 on the very specific reasoning of Griffin Kern closed out through a full inning. Let me see how many pitches he threw here. Oh, I don't have number of pitches. That's dumb. But anyway,
it might on ESPN. I don't know if you can go on that and look, or I can.
He faced 4 guys nonetheless. So I think he'll get game 2. But man, look, and Griffin Kern. Even if you get Griffin Kern, I'll talk about him for a second. 3.13 ERA. He has been their number 1 on the year. Most innings pitched at 95. He's 5-2, 100 strikeouts to 29 walks. Pretty damn good number there. Almost 4-1 strikeout to walk ratio. 33 earned runs all year long for Griffin Kern. You can bet that game 1, game 2, you will see the names Jack Cartsonis and Griffin Kern as the starting pitchers. Maybe not in that order, maybe flip-flopped, but game 1, game 2 will be those 2 guys.
What game are we looking at? So
what?
For the one you're talking about,
Griffin Kern?
Griffin Kern, yeah.
Yeah, game 1 versus Kentucky. Griffin Kern, 7 1/3, 5 hits.
He went 118.
Yeah, I'm talking. All right, go Monday's
So that was
game.
So that was game 1.
Yeah, go Monday's game.
Okay.
Where he closed out. He closed out through 1 inning, faced 4 guys.
So Monday's game.
He's gonna be the last one on there. He got the save.
Monday's game. Where the fuck? No, they went 3-0. He went Sunday.
Okay, Sunday's game.
Yeah. Let me find it.
You said 119 for the first one?
118, yes. They had G. Kim. They fuck names up on Espen. Because fucking H. Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude.
Oh, Hunter Brown, pitcher for the Astros?
Yeah. Yeah, H. Brown's a dog for LSU. I don't know who the fuck that guy is, but he's a dog. I never seen him play. 13-12 was this game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Kentucky was coming back.
Yeah.
It is Kern. The RN looks like a Kim.
Yeah, it's Griffin Kern.
16.
So 16 pitches in that one. So you're talking 118 plus 16. So 134. Is that math? On the weekend, that's a lot taxing to bounce back from on a Saturday on short rest. But 8 1/3 for him on the weekend.
Within 3 days.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Had 1 day rest and then went 16. I mean, you see a lot of that in these regionals.
Yeah, because you got to get the win.
Liam Doyle, fucking
Anthony.
Ant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look, this is a guy that, and
I don't know if we're allowed to call him Ant.
He was really good versus Kentucky in game 1. Why?
Anthony Edwards.
Why?
Anthony
it's not
Edwards.
Trademarked.
No. I understand it's not, but is he that status?
If we said Ant-Man, at this point, yes, he's that dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you remember the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I didn't trust him. And about 3-4 weeks into SEC play, in fact, it was against Tennessee. No, it wasn't.
No, it was against
Tennessee.
Wasn't it against A&M where he went complete game?
No, it wasn't that late. It was before that.
Who did he go?
Maybe Arkansas.
Game? 15 Ks, 15 punches. I thought it was.
I think it was the.
And
Arkansas.
we went 7 innings. He went all 7.
Yeah, and
had 15.
I don't think it was the Arkansas game that he did that, but I think it was the Arkansas weekend that I said, all right, I'm good. Like he is definitely that guy. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But
missed that one.
Yeah, you missed that one. Griffin Kern in game 1, dude, 7 1/3.
God damn it! It's always when you're
5 hits.
Sorry, buddy.
3 runs total in the game, which was all 3 that Kentucky had scored, but only 1 was earned. 2 walks, 7 punchies, 2 hit by pitches. All right, but again, this is a guy on the year that's been their number 1. 3.13 ERA, 5-2 record, 95 innings, 100 strikeouts to 29 walks. I mean, this dude is a guy. Yeah. Like, he's been their guy. He's led them all year. You got Jack sitting there at number 2. I think it's going to be flip-flop just because.
He's there. He's there. Cade Anderson. He's there. Liam Doyle. He is there. I'm not comparing them to those guys, but as far as other teams go, they compare to what they use those guys for, right. or in our case, Ant. Right. He's that guy.
Yep.
The 3.13 ERA makes me question it a little bit, mainly because Karstonis has a 2.94. You know, but
what's there to question? Cade's got like a 2.5.
No.
I mean 3.5.
Oh, well, we play better competition.
Well, I mean, but still, you can't question that without questioning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. I question my mustache sometimes.
It's a great one, though.
It is. It is a great one. I need to trim it. It's fucking long, bud. If I push it down, it goes like to my bottom lip. Like I can feel it. Kind of want it a little bit longer, though. I question it. I question it a lot.
You got to do what you got to
do. Number 1 guy at the pen.
Yeah.
Reese Bassinger
threw all 3 games in the regional.
Did he really?
He pitched in all 3, so he came in relief and he actually got the win in game 1, where Griffin Kern went 7 1/3. He threw 1 1/3, no hits,
4-3 game,
no hits, no runs, 1 strikeout, 1 walk in his 7 guys faced. Game 2, he came in. He was second guy out of the bullpen in that game, won an inning, 4 hits, 1 earned, no walks, no strikeouts. And then game 3 comes out, and this is the blow-up game for him. All right. Game 3 comes out, goes 2 2/3, longest outing of the 3 games. 9 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 1 walk, 4 punches, and 18 batters faced.
In what situation do we see him?
According to this, all of them.
No, I mean, I'm saying like a 10-3 game we're winning.
Yeah,
we don't see him, right?
No, I can't imagine that they're going to use him.
You know what I mean?
For that.
But like a 5-run lead.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we see him. Chase Meyer, maybe. Chase Meyer's their number 2 guy at the pen.
Yeah, and Chase Myers is good. This is a guy that threw the Saturday game, and he did not throw the Sunday. So you're talking about a guy that's also going to be fully fresh. He comes out of the bullpen on game 2 versus Clemson, the host.
He might be their number 1 guy out the pen game 1.
It could be. Yeah, he could easily be. When you're talking about, innings and appearances, Bassinger has 29 appearances, 61 innings. Chase Meyer. I do it based off of those 2 things on who I think number 1 and number 2 is out the pen.
Right.
Bassinger has 0 starts, 29 appearances on the year, 61 innings. To put it in perspective, their number 2 guy, Jack Karstonis, has 64 1/3 innings pitched, and he's a starter. So that's how much they trust this guy out the bullpen, who has 0 starts and only 3 less innings.
That's crazy. He only has 64 1/3.
You know what I'm saying? And then Chase Meyer.
Pacing numbers.
Yeah, Chase Meyer has 21 appearances. He has 44 innings pitched with a 9-2 record. A lot of this 9-2 is out the bullpen. For example, Game 2 versus Clemson, Chase Meyer comes out the bullpen, gets the win here. Going 2 1/3, 1 hit, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 3 punchies in his 10 batters face. So the guys in the bullpen are hittable. Bassinger, Myers, hittable easily.
Well, I mean, look, anybody's hittable any given day.
Yeah.
Right? Cade could go out there and have fucking diarrhea running down his leg. He really could.
Could.
He could. Do I see it? No. But do I see? I said earlier, and I'm about to go back on my statement.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm about to go back on it because the more I look at this, the more I think about it. I mean, you look at West Virginia's hitting.
Yeah.
Kyle West, senior dog. I mean, he's hitting 347, 10 home runs, and leads the team. Which that to me it's sad, but 347 is fucking good. You got 2 other everyday players hitting over 300, and I mean it's good to have 2. We got more.
You got 3 total.
Yeah, Sam White, 352, which is very impressive. 4 home runs, 22 walks, 21 strikeouts. The walk numbers are low right there to me. I mean, we got guys with 40s.
I mean, they're low, but anytime
30s.
you can have more walks than Ks, it's always a good thing.
Yeah. But I mean, 1 more.
It always a good thing.
Always a good thing. Right. Okay. And then you got Jace Reinhardt, which Jace Reinhardt, I don't like the strikeout numbers for him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. His 7 walks to 23 strikeouts, has 8 home runs on a year, and hitting 317. You strike out 23 times and still hitting over 300. You're doing something, brother. You're doing something. So, and I imagine these guys hit probably, anywhere between 2 and 6. All 3 of these guys.
Yeah. So their lineup versus what game on? Their lineup versus Clemson here. Kyle West is their 3-hole. Reinhardt was the 4-hole, and Sam White is the 6-hole.
Okay. Yeah. So, like I said, 2 through 6. So 3, 4, and 6. Right. You got these guys in the middle lineup, the heart of the lineup.
In game 1, they were 3, 4, 5, and in game 3, they were 3, 4, 5. So yeah.
Okay.
So you're talking about the heart of your order right there in those 3.
So I'd imagine you went 3-0. The last 2 games is probably going to be the lineup starting against LSU.
Yeah.
I don't see this coach doing like Jay does. I don't.
And shuffling. No.
Yeah. Shuffling. Jay shuffles on a loss. Right? Jay shuffles on a loss because he really contemplates, what am I doing? Jace, you are too, but
yes.
Jay is a thinker.
Yes.
Okay. He thinks a lot and sometimes overthinks situations.
I agree.
But he does think a lot. Dude, he's a ball knower. All right. There's a such thing.
Oh, yeah.
He knows ball.
He knows ball, dude.
He knows ball. He knows how that's another thing too. He's personable. So he knows his guys.
Yes.
And he knows, oh shit, he had a bad game.
Yep.
Right. We should probably
think about it like this. Jared Jones been struggling. Okay. Struggling. He gets a little flare jam shot to the other way.
He's fucking another fat girl.
He has a jam shot punchy to the other side, right? On Monday's game in the elimination game. And then we talked about it right before the home run. Right before they go to commercial break, they turn the camera to LSU's dugout. And you see Jared Jones running off the field, and Jace stops him and just grabs him. And he's like holding him by the chest, or by the stomach, actually. And he's looking dead in his eye, having a conversation with him.
Which Jay, looking at Jared Jones, is
hilarious.
It's here.
You got 5'6" Jay looking at 6'6" Jared Jones.
Is he really 5'6"? I think we've looked this
5'7", 5'6", 5'7", 5'8".
He's Altuve size.
He's
it's Altuve and Aaron Judge standing next to each other.
He's no taller than 5'8". That is absolute max height. But you're just looking at him, dude, and he's got both hands on the stomach, and he's talking to him. And then we called the homer. Like we saw this happen, and we said,
"Buckle up,
something's happening here." Like I'm getting the chills just thinking about it. Like something is happening here. I love baseball more. I don't know.
I'm not saying you love it more.
No, I love
fucking
baseball. With you. I'm just messing with you because you look down like you
have you seen my baseball?
But he comes up, goes ball 1, ball 2, bang, homer. Like that feeling, that moment was there because we saw coach be coach. And yeah, Jay takes his timeouts. You know, his offensive timeouts after we have the first quick out. It's a 1 pitch, 1 out. Boom. You can bet heavy on Jay Johnson taking an offensive timeout if we go 1 pitch, 1 out. Bet very heavy on that.
Yeah.
Because it's happening. We haven't been able to see necessarily a guy come off the field in that situation as much as he's been struggling, and Jay just grab and be like, hey, you coming up here. Like, it's essentially what it felt like to me watching was, hey, you've been the guy all year.
I want to know
You've been the guy since you were a freshman. You're the guy now. You were the number 1 voted first baseman in the entire country. You were the preseason this and the preseason that and the preseason this, that, and the other. It's time right now for you to change and just put this team on your back for the rest of the season and let's go to work. And him at the plate, the at-bat looked completely different than the last 2 weeks at-bats. And it's not because he hit a homer.
Yeah.
That's not why it looked different. The demeanor at the plate, the attitude at the plate, the look in his eyes, the way he never left the pitcher, the way he never left a ball when it came out the hand on 3 straight pitches, like everything looked different. And everything in that moment, because of what we had just saw before commercial break, felt different. And you go up with Jake Brown, he walks, and then you got Jared Jones. Ball 1, ball 2, mound visit, see you ball.
You know what? And here's what I think about that. I bet, right? I feel like I've been watching a lot of LSU baseball. I've watched a lot from Jared Jones' freshman year. Well, before that, but for Jared Jones personally, from his freshman year to this year, totally different player, right?
Right.
Especially like last year. Like last year was fucking phenomenal for Jared Jones. He has more walks.
Struggling over there.
That's what I was trying to get out. Yeah. But he's as far as his at bats go, they've been better so much this year. And then he got into the point where he knows that they're going to try to get him off speed. They try to get him all off speed, and they blow fastballs right by him. And I think part of that conversation, which I don't know, I wasn't a part of that conversation. We don't have Jay mic'd up. We don't have anything that says what he told Jared Jones.
Yeah.
But I think that conversation was, look fastball, don't hit anything, don't swing at anything else. Pitch recognition, look fastball, sit fastball. If you get it, smash it. And Jared's not going to get a lot of those fastballs.
No.
He's not. Plain and simple.
No.
But when he does, he has to take advantage of it.
Yep.
And if he gets any this weekend, he takes advantage of it.
I think he has a huge weekend. I'm expecting like a 450 weekend.
When you said I think he has a huge wee, I thought that was going somewhere completely different. I thought you were about to say,
I'm going somewhere completely different.
Hey, you and your huge wee, go over there, bud. Jace, I don't know if he has a huge wee or not. I've never seen it. Anyway, look, here's my thoughts. Here's my thoughts, and then we'll make our picks, and then we'll roll out. My thoughts on this series. Do I, in my unbiased opinion, think that these LSU Tigers are going to take advantage of this draw? I fully believe they will. And here's why. I think K's going to go out there and shove. We have the 2 best 1-2 in the country. There's a lot of teams out there that have a 1 and somewhat of a 2. But in my opinion, I think we have let me rephrase that. We have the best. We have one of the top 3. I don't know which one we are, but we have one of the top 3 best 1-2 in the country as far as Cade and Ant.
No, we have the best. Who's better? Nobody else has a top 3 that has
top 1 and 2.
Nobody has a top 2 who's in the top 3 of strikeouts on the year, and that's Cade, followed by Doyle, followed by Ant.
I would go. I mean, I would say personally, also in the top 3, Doyle and Phillips.
When Phillips is on. When Phillips is off,
buddy,
he's
when
off.
Phillips is on,
yeah, he does what he did to LSU. at LSU.
I want him on the team. I want him on this team.
But when he's off,
Make him a 3.
He is off. He only threw 3 in his outing in the regional because he was off.
But
you can't have a guy that comes to Baton Rouge, goes 7, looks like is a future first round draft pick, and then
looking like a college Kumar Rocker.
And then
because Kumar was dirty.
Like, is Cade and Ant's starts perfect every single time? No, you got some rough stuff that happens. Ant can't get out the first inning sometimes, gives up 2, and then Jay got to go talk to him, and then boom, he goes 17 punches after that. Like, you got your stuff sometimes. You can't be so inconsistent that you're not getting every single Saturday start. And Marcus Phillips has not had every single Saturday start.
That's fair. Okay, well, then I'll rephrase it. The best, in my opinion, best 1-2 in the country is Cade Anderson, Anthony Ianson.
Yes.
Or Ianson.
Ianson.
We've said it wrong all fucking year.
Ianson.
Okay, Anthony Ianson.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I would say 2 would be Liam Doyle and on Marcus Phillips. And then also at 10 is a Liam Doyle and not the best Marcus Phillips. Because not the best Marcus Phillips still throws 98, 99, and good luck.
Yeah, he's still good. No doubt.
He's still good. Okay. My closing, I said I was doing closing remarks while you were peeing.
Right? Well, we still got to pick supers.
Right. So I said I'm going to do closing on this series, and then we'll pick.
Okay.
So
let's just go ahead and pick this series real quick.
This series?
Give me your closing remarks on the series, and then I'm going to give you mine.
Man, if Cade and Ant go do what they're meant to do, what they were fucking born to do, we go 2-0 done. We're not playing Monday.
Okay. So is that your prediction, LSU and 2?
If
I don't need an if. We got to make predictions, and we are going to pick the games as a tiebreaker. Because I have a feeling we're going to pick
2-0.
I have a feeling we're going to both pick we're going to pick the games for all of them. Because I have a feeling we're going to pick a lot of the same teams.
Okay.
So that'll be like our tiebreaker.
Yeah, I think in my opinion, this goes LSU in 3.
Okay.
LSU in 3.
All right. My closing remarks on this is very simple. Cindy Lou Who, bippity boppity boo. What can Canes do for you? LSU in 2. Cade and Ant are shoving. We're going to see Zach.
Dude,
we're going to see Zach.
To pick that.
And we're going to see. Here's what we're going to see this weekend. Cade, Zach, Ant, Evans. We're going to Omaha. See y'all next week.
We're using 4 guys this weekend.
4 guys.
Okay. All right. I tried to give my unbiased opinion. I really wanted to pick 2-0, but realistically, I think we lose a game, and it's a close game, and I just think it's late.
I want to give my unbiased opinion too, but I just think Cade and Ant, the tear that they're on right now, the run that they're on, you're at the box. You got the crowd of 12,500, 13,500.
It's tough not to pick 2-0.
You can't go against it right now.
It's tough not to pick 2-0. It's very tough.
Hey, bro. And look, this is nothing against West Virginia. This is a good team that just beat 2 teams that are very quality. One's a host. One's an SEC team that struggle went up and down. Like, this is nothing against West Virginia at all. I think they're very
absolutely.
We both picked West Virginia to come out of this regional.
Right. We didn't want to, but
this is no knock on them.
Yeah.
I have complete and 100% confidence in Cade, Ant, Zach, and Kaysen. And I just think the moment that we're in, the Tigers are at the box. Again, if you're on the road, different story. But you're at the box, not playing. Here's another key thing, not playing at 8 p.m. You're going to play at 1 and you're going to play at 5.
Yeah, that I don't like. I will say. I wish it was a night game. But not an 8 p.m. game.
Like game 1 was nighttime?
Watch fucking Monday. If we end up getting a Monday game, it's going to be at fucking 8 p.m.
Oh, yeah, we'll play at 8 on Monday for sure.
I'm pissed off.
Well, it depends on what happens with everybody else. But, all right, so I got LSU in 2. You got LSU in 3. Coach, let's go to the first one.
Do you have them pulled up? Because I got them pulled up if not.
I got them pulled up.
Okay.
Let's go to the first one up there in the top left. Louisville versus Miami. That is actually going to be the second game starting that day. North Carolina and Arizona will start the day off tomorrow, which will be Friday whenever you're hearing this episode. So today, Louisville, Miami, starting at what seems to be 2 p.m. our time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. So, Coach, what you got? Louisville,
are
Miami.
they at Miami?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
So what was? Well, hold on. Wait. I got to.
They
pull up.
should be at.
Yes. No. One.
It should be at Miami.
Yeah, Miami was the 2 seed. Louisville was the 3.
No, flip
No.
flop.
Okay, so they're at Louisville.
Wait, isn't tonight this? Or
Today's Thursday, bud.
They did. They had the selection show one of these days. Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up.
Why would they? No, Louisville.
They had a selection for supers. They did. As silly as it seems, they had.
It should be in Louisville.
For there, let's see. Louisville Super Regional. Yes.
Yeah, so it's in Louisville.
It's in Louisville.
Oh, buddy, this one's tough.
This is tough. This is
probably the toughest regional to pick.
Yeah.
Just looking at the others. Yeah, just looking at the other regionals. Ooh, there's one more that's gonna be tough for me.
There is gonna be one more.
Two more is gonna be tough for me.
Okay.
Cool. Let me go Louisville. I'm gonna go Louisville in 3. I just think Louisville at home going 3-0 in that regional with Vandy in it. I just think that they get the dub. I do. Miami put up a good. I tell you what turned me off. I saw a video of Miami winning their regional, and they ended up. Yeah, sure, fuck it, why not? They ended up dogpiling when they won, and the pitcher that was on the mound, he was probably the ugliest human being I've ever seen.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So fucking look, nothing against gingers. There's some redheads out there that are fucking fine as shit. But this ginger just, he didn't even look like a baseball player. You know what I mean? Like there's a certain look that a baseball player gives. But yeah, let me go Louisville in 3. I think Miami gets a game, but I think Louisville closes this one out.
All right, good. So right off the bat, we got our first difference of opinion here. I loved it. I got Miami in 3 here. I like Miami. We picked them to come out that regional. We did not pick Louisville to come out of theirs.
You don't dogpile after a regional.
While I agree with you, I just think coming out of that one, Louisville looked very impressive whenever you beat number 1 overall seed Vandy. That's good. But did Vandy play their best baseball? No. Did Louisville play their best baseball? No. But I think Louisville played B+ baseball and Vandy played C- baseball. Vandy got the loss.
Game 2,
but
or game 4, technically.
Yeah, and they didn't look good.
Yeah, no.
But Louisville didn't stand out either to me. Miami looked good all throughout. So I'm going to take Miami in 3 here based off of that.
Boo-hoo.
Yeah. Who's your next one? Let's go.
So Florida State, Oregon State?
Florida State, Oregon State.
I got Florida State. I got Florida State in 2, actually, here. I don't think Oregon State Oregon State's good. They are. I will say that. But Florida State, oh, shit. Hold on a second. Florida State in 3. Because it's in Oregon State. It's in Oregon State. Give me Florida State in 3. Because I think they pull a.
We're back in Corvallis.
Yeah, I think they pull a like a Tennessee with Liam Doyle. I think they start. What's his fucking name? He's supposed to be like a top
Florida State.
Florida State.
Jamie Arnold.
Yeah, Jamie Arnold.
Yeah.
They go him game 1. He goes fucking ape shit and goes like 7, and they just. I think they hit. What's his Miles Bailey?
That's
Is
your
that
guy. Yeah,
is that his name?
Yeah.
Freshman.
Yeah.
6'4",
Race.
275 or 6'4", 257.
Light tower power.
Hit 468 this year.
Yeah.
I think he destroys the ball in Corvallis.
And the
'Cause
ball was flying in Corvallis.
Ball was
past
flying.
weekend.
I think he
Yes.
destroys the baseball. And there's another guy on this Florida State team. I can't remember his name, but his number is number 5. And he also destroys baseballs.
Okay.
And I think Florida State comes out on top in 3, just because they'll go Jamie Arnold game 1, and then a closeout game 3. They'll go Jamie Arnold.
Ooh.
Yeah.
On 1 day's rest?
Fuck. Who else did that?
Yeah. Nobody.
No. We talked
West
about it
Virginia
earlier.
did.
Yeah.
Wait, Griffin.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. On 1 day's rest.
Yeah.
Man, this is fun. I like this. I got Oregon State in 3. We're not picking the same teams.
We need to
the
make
first
bets.
2.
We need to place this bet.
This is fantastic right here. I got Oregon State in 3. Man, Corvallis, ball flies in Corvallis. That home team's behind them. I think they win game 1. Jamie Arnold, and Florida State wins game 1, and then Oregon State wins.
Oh, I thought
2 and
you were
3.
saying Oregon State wins game 1.
No,
I was
no,
like, no, not against Jamie Arnold.
No, I think Jamie Arnold and the Seminoles get it done in game 1, and I think Oregon State bounces back game 2, game 3 with everything on the line. They're going to play with their backs against the wall, and they're going to win this thing.
Okay, that's fair. North Carolina, Arizona.
North Carolina. I ain't even
North
hesitating.
Carolina in 2.
I can tell you right now, outside of LSU, North Carolina is my pick to win the College World Series.
North Carolina in 2.
Yeah, I had no doubt that you and me would be the same.
Yeah, North Carolina's hot and they're fucking good.
I got North Carolina in 2.
Who is the dude that hit 7 something over 700?
Was that Gavin Gallagher?
Yeah, Gavin Gallagher hit
He's a
over
fucking
700 in this
dog.
regional, and they played 4 games.
Yeah, he's so good, dude. Look, this team is. You got the National Pitcher of the Year.
Hold on, ACC Pitcher of the Year. They hadn't picked national yet.
Oh well, Jake Knapp, gonna be the National Pitcher of the Year. Dude's an absolute stud. Watch him pitch.
Not Jamie Arnold.
No, this is
not Anthony Ianson.
No. It's just not. It's not going to be a guy from LSU as much as I want to pick him. Jake Knapp, dude's a stud. He's going to get him started at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. I can't wait to turn that game on while I'm at the office. So, yeah, UNC. Look, outside of LSU again. Outside of LSU, UNC is my team to win Omaha.
I'm so glad we did not get paired up with them.
Oh my God, yes.
They're disgusting.
Yeah,
they are
disgusting.
disgusting.
So fucking good.
Here we go. Coastal and Auburn.
Yeah,
I got Auburn in 3.
Okay.
Auburn in 3. And I know you're smiling over there because you probably have Coastal.
I got CC in 2, man. I like Coastal.
In 2?
I like Coastal Carolina. Look,
buddy, hold on. We've doubted Auburn before.
Yeah.
We've doubted Auburn. We didn't understand why they got the 4 seed. We didn't understand what they went fucking 3-0. Like, give me Auburn in 3. And you got Coastal in 2?
I got Coastal in 2, dude. First year head coach got them fucking banging right now.
At Auburn?
They ain't worried about that.
Sammy Dutton's not going to fucking do good?
He might do good. They can still lose 1-0. 2-1. 3-1.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, Coastal.
Get out of here. I've never, in 100 and how many episodes? 140 what?
This is going to be 142.
142. In 142 episodes, I've never told you to get the fuck out of here.
You probably have.
Right now, I have never. I can remember. I can't remember everything, but I remember I've never said that on this fucking podcast. Get the fuck out of here. Coastal in 2?
Coastal in 2. Bro.
Auburn wins 1.
No, Auburn ain't winning. No, Coastal's too good. Coastal's too good, bro. These guys are buzzing right now. The boys are buzzing.
No, sir.
All right, in Coastal. They're going to go into Auburn. They're not going to be scared. They don't give a shit about the Alabama Heat. They don't give a shit about the War Eagle that's going to be flying around the field. They don't care about nothing. You know why? Because they got a first-year head coach that knows how to motivate these guys. He's doing what they do. Coastal Carolina, they've always been a scrappy team. That's the place you and me both wanted to play growing up. That's the place a couple other people that I've talked to. Troy Lewis played. Coastal Carolina, we
forgot to remind him we're doing this.
We know what they can do when it comes down time to do it. This coach should be in the National Coach of the Year. These guys have 11 losses on the year and like 44 wins or 46 wins or some shit like that. This team don't care about playing on the road. This team fucking rocks. And I got CC in 2 here.
Okay. Yeah, you can Eat not one but 2 bags of dicks. How about
I
that?
love when we disagree.
Dude, I'm telling you, get the fuck out of here. There's no way. Auburn in 3. Look, next series, UTSA versus UCLA.
Yeah.
UTSA, let me just tell you, they beat, and I found this out today, and I could not remember if they did or not, but I finally looked it up. I was honestly just watching TikTok, and it came across my feed. UTSA beat Texas twice in this regional. Regular season, they beat them again.
Yeah.
Okay, so they beat them 3 times. They beat they're number 2. They're number 1 fucking seed.
Yeah, they're number 1 team.
They're number 1 team in the nation.
Yeah.
They beat them 3 times in 1 year.
You know how hard that is?
You know how hard it is to beat a team you're unranked. You don't play anybody. You got a 2 seed in this regional. Don't know how. No one knew how. When we saw it, we went, what the fuck? UTSA? And we kind of looked at it. Okay, they might be deserving, but it's Texas. Nope. Loss. Horns down. So I had this to the list.
This should not be hard for you.
UTSA in 2.
Thank you. Fuck, this should not be hard for you.
UTSA in 2.
We just talked about it.
I know, but I don't know enough about this UCLA team that got ranked at 15 for some fucking reason. I don't know. UCLA, we talked about this last episode. UCLA hasn't been relevant since Bauer.
Yeah. So, well, they got there in 15, I think it was. When we
Okay.
looked. But and beat Mississippi
like
State.
Right.
So
Okay.
10 years.
Okay.
10 years.
Yeah. Oh,
Look at Patty and his wife.
who has
He got 2 new targets.
he got 2 new targets to
Yeah.
play ball with.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't seen that meme, it's fucking hilarious.
It is an hilarious meme.
It's a great
That's
thing.
a great one.
So much plastic surgery in that face.
Yeah, so much Botox.
Well, not surgery,
Botox.
Botox. That's what I mean.
Yeah, so much Botox is correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
He cut his hair. I don't like it.
He did. He got rid of like the faux hawk mullet that he had.
I liked it though.
Yeah.
I liked
It
it.
like made him.
Oh, wait, I didn't tell you.
Here we go.
Shave my head.
Okay. When?
Don't know.
Okay.
When I get time.
All right.
Or and money.
Why do you need money to shave your head?
Because I need to look like I can't get somebody to shave my head and then have like stragglies on my neck and shit like that.
Dude,
So I'm gonna go get a
brand new pair of clippers at the house.
We can do it here. We can do it live.
Tomorrow. I mean Saturday.
We're recording. Ooh.
At the house Saturday. I'll shave you bald.
No, not shave. Like a 4.
That's what I got. Mine's a 4.
Like all around.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go 4, and then I'm growing it out for a year.
Okay. We can do that. No problem.
Yeah. I'm growing.
I tell you, I just bought a new pair of clippers.
I'm growing the flow back out.
Just bought a new pair.
Yeah, but it has to. I can't have like a long hair sticking up. You remember last time? Like it was kind of like,
dude, that's what you got me there for. I got you right last time because we had fucking 11-year-olds cutting your hair.
Who does your hair?
Victoria.
That's crazy.
I just got a new pair of clippers because last time she cut my hair,
you are so fucking cheap. You know that,
dude? I don't have a garbage can. I mean, I have a garbage can. I don't have a.
But you could probably bring your shit to my house.
I don't have it. Well, work has a dumpster, so I'll bring it to work.
I can put 4 cans to the road.
Yeah, but work got a dumpster, so I bring it to work.
Yeah, but you come here more often than work.
No, not true. 100% not true.
All right, next
UTSA. No, I gotta make my pick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
UTSA, UCLA. Dude, team's hot right now. UTSA in 3. I like UTSA getting through this too.
The only thing that scares me is UCLA might be good, and I just don't know it. I just don't know it. I just haven't heard shit about them.
Yeah.
Right? Like you go through a whole season, like you probably know everything a team's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And UCLA is this team where I'm just like, I know a lot more about Stanford than fucking UCLA because they got Otani Jr. over there.
There you go. Good point.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, here we go.
Duke, Murray State.
This one's tough. You have a 2 seed going against a 4 seed.
This ain't tough. I already got mine written down.
Murray State in 3. You got Duke?
I got Murray State in 2.
That's what I'm fucking talking
this
about.
is a Duke team, and I love Duke basketball. Duke basketball is probably they've always been my favorite team. I love Coach K whenever he was there. Like, I don't watch college basketball anymore, but I used to. I always loved Duke. I kept up
watched
with
the
Cooper
tournament
Flag
a little bit.
Yeah, I kept up with Cooper Flag a little bit this year. I kept up with Zion whenever he was there. You know, some of the big names. It's always
when Zion was there.
It's always
dude.
big names that go through Duke. So
Yeah,
you know,
Coach K isn't there anymore.
yeah,
and
Coach
it's
K's
very
not there.
upsetting.
He's retired. So you know, it's one of those things where all year long, you and me have come up in here. We've talked about the bets that we made. We had never bet on Duke again. We had never bet on Vandy again. We'd never bet on Wake Forest again because it was so up and then it was so down. And I get it. You're in Durham here. I got it. But you know, I don't know what version of Duke I'm going to get. And for that reason, I can't pick you to win because you might be so fucking horrible this year or this weekend. But also, you could take this weekend by 30 runs and be so fucking good. But the fact that your whole season has been here or here and there's been no middle ground, you started the year, what, number 15, number 13, number 12, something like that in the rankings, immediately dropped out, went on a good run, immediately comes back in, stays in. You go on a terrible run again, you drop back out. Point being, I can't trust this team it's been so up and down and there's been no middle ground. And I'm taking a dude that's hot. Murray State team's fucking hot right now. And this game's all about who gets hot at the right time. They don't care about playing on the road, as they just showed as a 4 seed winning that regional.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm with you. I got Murray State too, but I think it's in 3.
All right. Well, you got him in 2 then.
Oh, I do have him in 2. You got him in 3. I think it's in 2.
You literally said I got Murray State in 2.
I know what I said.
I got Murray State in 2, but I think it's 3. Well, then fucking put 3. If you think it's 3, put 3.
Do as I do, not as I say.
No.
Yeah, because I'm doing it backwards.
That's not. That's not. All right. We've
Who's
already
next?
picked LSU West Virginia.
Yep. 10 IC in Arkansas.
The last series. And this is probably the hardest one for me because it's in Arkansas and not in Tennessee.
This is definitely the hardest one for me.
This is the hardest one for me. Arkansas goes 3-0. Tennessee goes 3-1. But they look so fucking good. If Liam Doyle and Marcus Phillips are on, this is Tennessee in 2. But this is Arkansas. And they have a guy. Forget his fucking name.
Zach Root.
Yes. This motherfucker has a root. Okay? That's as big as this fucking room. Have you watched Tom Segura, the Bad Thoughts? The show on the new show on Netflix? You need to. Because there's an episode in there where he joins a gym. Right? He joins the gym and he drinks his juice. Okay, well then he notices that his root is like 12 inches long. Okay. It shows it. It's hilarious. Okay. But then he goes back in there after he sees his root grow. He goes back in there, back into the gym the next day, takes another shot of that juice, and keeps going. And every day he goes, he takes a shot of that juice. Well, the pamphlet says take like 2 shots of juice and then go work out. And then don't ever take any shots of juice anymore. There's one time I walked in there, he took 3 shots. And this motherfucker was, I mean, like, he grabbed his root and threw it over his shoulder at one point. Okay? Threw it over his shoulder and it wrapped around his back.
I mean, don't ruin it for me, but sure.
It's a great, it's like episode 5 or 6 or whatever it is. But that's how big Zach Root's root is. And this motherfucker's a dog. I think no matter what, every game, and listen to me now, this is betting advice. You can take it, you can leave it. Just know I am not liable for any losses.
and Diamond Deck Discussions is also not liable for any losses.
Correct. Bet the over in every fucking game.
I'd probably do that. Yeah, I would do that.
Bet the over in every fucking game. Because Liam Doyle is a dog. And he's going to go against Zach Root. Okay? That's fine. Tennessee can hit.
Maybe.
Tennessee can hit.
I want to see game
Arkansas
one.
can hit.
I want to see game one on who's going to pitch.
Okay, fine. See, well,
because Doyle did throw 3 innings to close that game out.
Yeah, but you saw his fucking mentality.
But it don't matter.
Exactly. It doesn't.
It's still 3 innings on a Monday. You play again on Saturday at 4.
You think Tony V gives a fuck?
No.
No. If he goes up to
you can't lose
he goes up to Liam and Liam says
the regional,
throw me.
You can't lose the regional in game 1.
The super.
Yeah, you can't lose the super in game 1.
You can't. But again, if Marcus Phillips is on and you throw Marcus for game 1, doors.
Yes, if he's on.
If he's on.
But he's also going against Root.
Fuck it. Give me Tennessee in 3.
All right.
I want Tennessee in 3. I think damn it. I don't know. This one is tough. This one is probably the hardest one. It's either Tennessee in 3 or Tennessee in 2. I think Tennessee wins.
So I'm agreeing with you here. I like Tennessee for a lot of different reasons.
Are you also going in 3?
I am going in 3, yes.
Okay.
I like Tennessee for a lot of different reasons, and one is not because I'm biased toward Tennessee, but it's mostly because we talked about the Tony V interview where he said, I'm a kid from the backyard, and in the backyard, my dad always taught me, like, hey, run it back.
Yeah.
And when you bring that kind of mentality to a guy like Gavin Keelan and Andrew Fisher and Liam Doyle and Cannon Peoples, and the list goes down and down and down and down and down.
You forgot probably one of the most important keys to the offense.
Which one?
I forgot him too.
Oh my!
What's his fucking name,
I
dude?
knew you was gonna do that, which is why I asked which one.
What's his? Hold on.
Coach Rob's gonna find his name for us real quick.
I will. Roster. Dean Curley
at second base.
Yeah. Manny Marin, freshman that
hit the
fucking
homer.
hit a nuke.
Yeah, I was late. One probably too
hit
late
a
on that.
nuke. Gavin Keelan, dog. Fucking Hunter Inslee, dog.
Inslee will go through the center field wall for you.
Yeah, about 400%.
Can't forget about that last year,
buddy. Look, this team. First of all, you have a guy, which I don't know how much he's pitched, but he's a right-handed pitcher. Number 18, he's a junior. Again, don't know how much he's pitched. Austin Breedlove. This motherfucker breeds love. All right?
I knew where you were going with that as soon as you said his name.
Dude, look, I am convinced that Tennessee will take care of business.
You already said in 3, so.
In 3.
Yeah, I got him in 3 too. The one thing that scares me is how you started your pick. When we started talking about this, you started talking about how much, like the fire that they were playing with, essentially. You didn't use that word, but the fire that they were playing with.
Right.
That was in Knoxville, which is the only thing that scares me is they're not going to have – Andrew Fisher is not going to be able to walk up to the plate while getting called a slur from the other team and throwing his hands up.
A slur?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Throwing his hands up from
another
coach and throwing his hands up, trying to get the crowd fired up. He's not going to be able to do that this weekend. And I feel like I'm still taking Tennessee in 3, but I feel like this is a team that plays on that kind of energy. And when they don't have that energy behind them, it hurts them, just like it does LSU. I find Tennessee and LSU to be very similar in that aspect. When you're not at home, you're not at home. And even though your crowd travels well, And even though you go to the SEC tournament, everybody calls it LSU East, you still haven't played well. But you got a roster. You got a guy on the mound. You got a coach that ain't scared of anybody. You got the attitude, the cockiness, the fact that everybody in the country hates you, and you embrace that like you have done for the last 4 years, which is probably why we are both fans of them. You got a coach that said, hey, take it like we're in the backyard and you just lost to one of your good friends. And what you going to tell them? Run it back.
I should have picked fucking Tennessee in 2.
And I'm taking Tennessee in 3 here because I do think Arkansas is good enough to get a win. You got a guy in Aloy, whatever his first name is. I can't say his first name, but
whatever his brother.
But he's going to be the SEC Player of the Year. He's going to be a Golden Spikes Award finalist. He's going to be a National Player of the Year finalist. He's going to be one of the first guys taken off the board. Dude is a star at shortstop. He's a monster.
He's hitting 355, and his brother's hitting 335.
Yeah, he's hitting 355 with an on-base percentage of 440. He's slugging 686, and he's got 20 homers.
Yeah,
dude is a monster.
Dude's a dog, especially for a fucking shortstop.
Shortstops
normally don't hit for power.
No, he's a first-team All-American in the SEC. You got Zach Root, who's also a first-team All-SEC player, which, a lot of people disagree with. I'm one of them because when you put the numbers side by side, Anthony Ianson blows them numbers out the fucking ballpark.
But what do you have after Zach Root?
That is the question. But this
let me tell you what Tennessee has after Liam
so
Dole.
Good. Arkansas has been number 3 for a long time.
Yeah.
We played Arkansas at the box and took the series from them. And the whole time, even when we were winning, LSU play-by-play caller Ben McDonald showing his non-biasness in the game somehow.
Dude's a fucking quack.
I just made up a word, unbiasedness.
Whatever. But it's fine.
We talked about how he thinks this Arkansas team is the best team in the country when you look at depth, when you look at pitching staff, when you look at starters, when you look at bullpen, when you look at 7, 8, 9.
They're the most put together team.
That is what he said for all 3 games. This is a team that is so good in Arkansas. But you got to do it again versus Tennessee. And I don't see it happening. You get one, it might be the first one with Zach Root on the mound. Who knows? Zach might throw game 1 and Liam throws game 1, and y'all have an 8-inning absolute battle. You go to your bullpen. Tennessee gets lucky with their bullpen. Arkansas gets unlucky, gives up 1. You lose the game 1-0. Something like that happened, and you put your back against the wall in game 2. You get the win. You force a game 3. You end up losing. Here's my bold prediction for this. What we both think is a 3-game series. Here's my bold prediction. 4 guys. 4, either coaches or players, are gone this weekend because it is going to be hot-headed. It is going to be intense. It is going to be fucking fireflies out there.
Over under 3.5.
4 gone.
So you say 4.
Go.
Give me the under. Give me the under.
4 people are getting thrown out. This includes coaches, assistant coaches, bullpen help.
That's fine.
Players, all of it.
So you're setting it. You're setting it at 3.5. You pick over because you think 4. Give me under.
This is going to be so hotly contested because you have a chance for Omaha. You have a shot here with these 2 teams. You're the only 2 SEC teams running it back in the Supers with a chance to get to Omaha after you've already been testy before. We know how Tennessee is. We know how Tennessee plays baseball.
Testicles.
Liam Doyle might get hot-headed here in inning number 1. I'm not saying he's going to get thrown out.
No, he won't. He won't get ejected.
We're going to get hot-headed in inning number 1, and it is going to be an absolute battle. This will be probably if you're a college baseball fan, if you're a baseball fan, and you don't have a favorite team or your favorite team's out, and you need one series to tune in on. Let's just, for whatever reason, you don't have an ESPN subscription. You can't get Squeeze Play. you can only watch one game at a time. You need one game to tune in on. This is it all weekend long. Tennessee, Arkansas, because my goodness.
They start Saturday as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because they're on our side of the bracket.
They start Saturday.
That's one thing I don't like is that we would have to face them in Omaha, I think, game 1.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
that is correct.
Yeah.
They play game number 1 is going to be at 4:00 our time, so it looks like it'll be the game after us. So
buddy, we might be at your house till fucking.
I'm in. Don't worry about me being in. I'm in. I love baseball. Baseball is what it is. We are both huge fans of ball, but kids, parents, women, men out there listening, if you need a game to tune in on, as much as we love LSU and as much as we love them to win, obviously, if you're an LSU fan, you're tuning in. That game will be over by the time this one starts.
You want to invite your uncle over? Tennessee fan?
Probably. Yeah, I'll
That'd
probably
be
invite him
sick.
over. But if you need a series to tune in on, if you're sitting here wondering, if you're listening to guys on MLB Network, if you're listening to, our former LSU guy, Mikey at Mic'd Up, if you're listening to AYS Sports, if you're listening to anybody, I don't know what any of these guys are saying, but if you need a series to tune in on, this is the one, Tennessee, Arkansas, because my goodness, Coach Rob, this is going to get and hot-headed.
T calls. Yes.
Fast.
So let me explain
And I'm
something
done.
to you.
I'm done.
That's fine. I'm gonna say one more thing and I'm gonna close out, all right?
Yeah, it's your close anyway.
Yeah.
So
So let me explain something to you. Zach Root, okay, dog, right? Arkansas's dog, right? Yeah, 3.78 ERA, 7.5 on the year in 16 starts, one complete game. He has, let's see, 85 and 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 76 hits, 42 runs, 36 earned, 29 walks to 113 strikeouts.
nice.
Okay. Allowed 22 doubles, 6 homers, whatever, right? Opponent's batting average, 232. That's fair. Let me tell you something. The next guy on their list, Gabe Gackle, 4.77 ERA, 4-2 on the year. Like, dude, like the next guy, Landon, whatever.
Wow,
the fuck
he's got a lot
is.
of B's in his name.
No, it's Bidaleshi, 4.92.
Oh, Bangladesh?
Sure. Yeah. Landon Bangladesh, 4.92 ERA, 4-0 in the year.
Oh, Boston fart.
Yeah, it's these guys don't even compare to the 1-2 punch that Tennessee has. And like I said, I should have picked fucking Tennessee in 2. I probably should change it. Can you change it for me? Tennessee and 2, because Liam Dole has a 2.84 ERA. He's 10-3 on the year in 16 starts, 18 appearances. He has 92 innings pitched, 58 hits, 29 earned, 30 walks to 158 strikeouts. Do you hear me? 158 strikeouts. This guy is legit. Only allowed 10 doubles, 1 triple, and 9 home runs. His opponent's batting average against is 178. The Alloy brothers have no fucking chance. They win game 1. Marcus Phillips comes in there with a 3.71 ERA. Okay. A 4-4 record. That's fine in 16 starts. 1 complete game. 77 and 2/3 innings pitched, 67 hits allowed, 32 earned, 32 walks to 93 strikeouts. This guy, and he's 98 to 99.
To 101.
Okay, yes, he's a dog. 15 doubles allowed.
Yeah.
No triples and 10 home runs allowed. Opponent's batting average, 229. Again, opponent's batting average. Zach Root for Arkansas has a higher opponent's batting average than fucking Marcus Phillips, who you said is on sometimes and not on sometimes.
Correct.
Tennessee dominates. I say dominates. It's close games. It's close games, right? They're high scoring because I think a lot of home runs are hit.
Okay.
But they're close. I think both teams equally hit as well as dominate on the mound. Game 1. Game 2, look for a fucking shutout.
From who?
Marcus Phillips. Or Liam Doyle. I think, honestly, I think Phillips starts game 1 against Root. What do you think? You think Phillips starts game 1?
Yeah, I do, because Liam
Okay.
Doyle closed out on Monday.
And Phillips, I guarantee he knows. Phillips has that fucking attitude with him that every guy would love to have on his team. And he plays for fucking Tony V, who has the most attitude we've ever seen from a coach.
That's a fact.
Dog. Tennessee in 2.
All right, so you're changing Tennessee.
I am changing Tennessee in 2. Looking at all this, Tennessee in 2. You got at least 6 guys in Tennessee lineup that are going to fucking hit nukes. Okay. Over under on Tennessee home runs the weekend. What do you think? What do you think we should set it at?
On the weekend.
7.5? That fair?
That's fair. I'm taking under.
Over.
Tennessee home runs 7.5. Jace. Under. Rob.
Over.
All right, close out, Coach.
All right. Sorry we went so long, guys.
Cindy Lou Who, Bibbity Bobbity Boo, what can Canes do for you, LSU? In 2. I'm done.
All right. We said this was going to be a quick episode, and we went an hour and 50. So, hour
Jesus
51
Christ.
and counting. My wife is probably not happy with
My
me.
fiance's not happy with me, probably.
And it is what it is. We got the episode in, and it will be released Friday morning before all the games start.
Yep.
So if you are watching this, thank y'all so much for tuning in. This has been Diamond Deck Discussions Unfiltered.